guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to say thank you to all my subscribers. Thank you for all those people who liked my last video and left me those wonderful comments. I want to say thank you so much to my new subscribers as well. I'm so grateful, very pleased. I also want to say thank you so much to all my customers that have been buying the sauces, and you know, we've just been having customers from all over the world. I just want to say thank God for that. You know, I'm so pleased, I'm grateful. It's not by my doing, it's by His doing. So I just want to say a massive thank you for all of that, and also for all of you entrepreneurs out there. I always like to encourage people. You know, keep on persisting, keep on following your dreams, because there's a saying that says that Rome was not built in a day, and you know, businesses do take time to flourish. So just keep on in there and you know, keep persisting. That's the most important thing. Know your brand, keep persisting, and you know, God will make a way. It might take a bit of time, but God will surely make a way. It's not in your time, it's in His time. So you know, I just felt like I'll just drop a bit of encouragement in there, because I'm a business person myself, and I know what it takes to like have an up and coming business that we're still believing God for breakthrough for. So I just want to thank God for that, and I also want to thank God for my new brands that will be coming out in the future. So yeah, thank you so much everyone, and thanks for all your support, and let's get this video started. So on the chopping board, as you can see, I've got 3 very ripe plantain, and today the recipe is going to be plantain fritter. And yeah, let's start the video and we'll see what ingredients that we're going to be using in this. Yeah, get this started. So first of all is to take off the skin. And first of all, sorry, I forgot to mention that when you're doing plantain fritter, you have to buy plantain that is extremely ripe. So you need the really ripe ones. It wouldn't come out the same way if you use just a ripe plantain. It has to be almost looking like black, like very dark in color, for you to be able to get plantain fritter. The reason being is if the plantain is not ripe, it would all it will be difficult for you to take off, for you to mash it up. So it's very important that we use a very almost rotten but ripe plantain to do this recipe. And we're going to place that in this bowl, put it here so we can see. And I'm going to repeat the same with this. I like to take my my items off the chopping board sometimes, just so I could see what I'm doing properly. Place the skin down there and put the plantain in here, and repeat the same with this. You can put it on the chopping board, like, you know, you could put it on the chopping board and just scar it like that all the way down and take off the skin. So there's so many ways that you can do it. Right, so once we've finished taking off the skin, we're going to place the bowl in the middle, and then we're going to get rid of all these mess that we don't need, because I like to also tidy up as I go. So we're going to put this in the bin somewhere, and then I'm going to start by slicing the plantain into 2 pieces, just like that, and I'm going to cut it down the middle just like this. And I'm also going to cut it like that, yeah, just so we could have like little cubes, and it's easy for us to maneuver when I want to add the rest of the ingredients to that. So I'll show you again. So cut the plantain into 2 pieces and cut it into like 4, the other half, and then slice it into like little cubes just like this. You can do this on the chopping board, but I rather do it holding it. I'm used to holding it. So if you feel like you're gonna cut your fingers, or you're not confident chopping it like this, please use a chopping board. Use a chopping board. I'm not very I wouldn't say I'm not used to using chopping board, but I don't really, if I know that I can do it manually, I would just do it manually. So yeah, so this is what you are going to be doing for now, and then stay tuned. I will be showing you the rest of the ingredients that will be going into this fritter. So guys, as you can see, I finished cutting them into small bits. So the next process of this would be to get one of these. This is my potato masher that I'm going to be using to mash it. So this is the reason why I said that the plantain has to be really, really soft, nearly soggy. So it's easy for you to just mash up. Some people would use their hands to mash it, but I thought I would start with like mashing it with like the potato masher, and then once that is all mashed together, I would then kind of like feel around for like any excess lumps or any plantain that, you know, hasn't been mashed properly, and then just mash it down with my hands. Yeah, so it's kind of like an intense process, but the end result is delicious. I saw this recipe on a lady's channel in Ghana, so I thought, oh, why not? Why don't I try it on my channel? You know, it's always good to learn from other people and also come up with your own recipe, which is very good. But the way that I'm making it is slightly different from the way that she made it, so I'm just putting my own twist to this. So yeah, I guess why not, and keep on mashing till it's really, really, really mashed up. My hands are tired. I don't have strength. Okay, wow, I have strength in Jesus' name. So yeah, let us just keep mashing, keep mashing, keep mashing, keep mashing, keep mashing, keep mashing. And then again, on my channel, please, like, you know, keep those comments coming. I would like you to let me know what you like me to make. What do you think will be nice on my channel? What sort of meals would you like me to make or try? Because I'm also targeting people that are, you know, trying to learn how to cook, and also people that know how to cook but just want to add a bit more like experience to what they've got. I'm learning as well. I'm not perfect. Just to throw that in there. No one is perfect. I know that I'm a good cook, but you know, I learn every day from like what I see on YouTube or what I see people make. I always ask questions like, how did you make it? Because I like to learn. There's always room for learning. So I think this is enough the way it's looking, and I'm gonna feel with my hand. That's why I've put my gloves on. So if I find any big lumps in there, what I'm gonna have to do is mash it up with my hands. But it looks like it's all finely mashed to my satisfaction, which is really good. I'm just gonna scrape the rest of that in there, and then I would come back to show you the rest of the ingredients that is going in this recipe. So stay tuned, do not go anywhere. I'll be back in a minute. I'm gonna start adding the rest of the ingredients. So to this recipe, I'm gonna be adding half a teaspoon of Italian mixed herbs. That's going in, no doubt about that. A teaspoon of garlic, half higher, and start cooking for like the travelers and the tourists and things like that. So my mom said, oh, that's a good idea. So you know what my mom did? She went there, she took the advice, she made her inquiries, and definitely there was, you know, there were empty stores going at the time. I remember, I'll never forget the look on our face when my mom came back and she said, oh, I've got a place down in the airport, but it needs a lot of work to be done to it. And I'm like, Mommy, what do you mean? she said, well, where there's a way, kind of like now, I know that where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. So we went down there. I think it was a couple of weeks later, and my goodness, when I saw the place, I was really heartbroken. You know, like when I wasn't expecting what I saw anyway, but we managed to clean up the place. We tidied it up. My mom got like a carpenter to come and, you know, put tables and put chairs, and she started cooking. Believe what I'm telling you, it wasn't too long before my mom gained a lot of customers, because you know, she could cook and people really liked her food. So every morning, my mom would come and wake me up. She would walk past my brothers and my sisters. She would come and wake me up. She'll say, come with me. And then we used to cook with like firewood. So we'll set the fire in the morning, and then we'll do the pounded yam. We'll do the prep. And I used to sit there in the dark in the morning, like 5 o'clock, because we have to be at the shop by 7 or maybe 7:30 for, like, you know, people having their breakfast, because in Africa, you know, they eat like fufu for breakfast. They don't care. There's no such, well, now people know, they're more educated, they know that, you know, fufu and all of that is not really good for breakfast. But then back in the day, they eat fufu, eat rice, eat all of that for breakfast. So and my mum used to come and wake me up, as I said, and then I'll help my mum cook every day. So one day I said to my mum, I said, Mummy, but I'm not the only one here. Why don't you wake this one up? And why don't you wake that one up? You always walk past them and come and wake me up. Not knowing that one day I would use that skills that my mum, oh my goodness, God is good. I'm telling you something, God is good. Nobody foresees the future. If my mum did not do that, I probably would not even know what my passion was. I would not know what my passion was. So as I began to grow up, and I love cooking, I don't get tired cooking. I love to cook. I love to clean. I love to experiment in terms of like food. I'm like a scientist of food. So those are the things that I really like to do. So, you know, the reason why I'm telling this story is that a lot of us might not know what our passions are, but I had to, you know, this, it just reflected in my mind to say, remember when Mommy used to wake you up when you were younger, not knowing that in the future you'll become a cook, or you know. So yeah, I just thought that I'll share that small story with you. So yes, I finished mixing it all together, and now we're gonna start frying it. Yeah, we're gonna start frying it. So I will just wipe this off. So stay tuned while we start frying this. Right guys, so the oil has been on the fire for like 3 minutes. I needed it to heat up properly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to scoop now some of the plantain fritter into my scoop, and I'm going to just, you know, just like roll it into like a little ball, like so. Hope you can see. And empty it into the oil, just like that. And I'm going to repeat the same method till the pan has about 7 or 8. And try not to put them close to each other. Try to keep them apart so they don't stick together. Yeah, so guys, what do you think of the story that I told you about my mom when we moved to Nigeria, when we had to go and rent that place, and Mom had to start selling, you know, to feed us. I think for me, I'm so grateful that happened, because as a little girl, me and my mom used to like tell me stories about when she was younger, and her mom used to go to the farm, and you know, it was so interesting, you know, working with my mom. So I encourage you, you know, ladies as well, if you got little ones like young boys and young girls, encourage them to be in the kitchen with you when you're cooking. You know, show them how things are done. This day and age, grab and go, fair enough is good. You can treat yourself once in a while, but we shouldn't let that be a habit for our kids at all. You know, we should get them involved when you're cooking in the kitchen. Get them to come in, help you with the onions, warn them, you know, just say, you know, honey, onions do sting, you know, but It makes the food taste good. You know, you have to put onions in it. Show them, like, tell them the benefits of them cooking and the benefits of them being in the kitchen with you. Tell them your story as well. You know, tell them how you grew up and the experiences you had cooking. You know, it's interesting, and kids, they like stories. They like stories. They like to listen. My daughter, when I'm cooking, even as old as she is, I would, if she's not busy, now she's a big girl, but when she was younger, I always used to get her to stay in the kitchen with me. She didn't like it, but I had to do it. And then when she went to uni, trust me, this girl could cook. She would cook jollof rice, she makes pasta, bake, lasagna, because she saw mommy doing it. We don't buy takeaway in my house now. You wouldn't find me at McDonald's. Yes, once in a while. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I like to treat myself. And yes. I will buy takeaway, but it's not a habit for me. Never. It's not a habit. I can cook. So teach your kids from a young age how to cook. Show them how to do things. The easiest thing you could cook or show your kids to make is jollof rice. Jollof rice is so easy, so delicious. Before you know it, dinner's ready. You know, so I just thought I'll leave you with that small advice and encourage all of us to do well. You know, and keep on cooking and let me know what you've made. You know, tag yourself to my YouTube channel, send me videos of what you've made, and let's share together. So as you can see, the plantain fritters are coming out really nicely. If you find that they're not cooking and they're burning, please turn the oven down. Turn it down. Yeah? So I've turned mine down a bit because I really want it to cook. And I'm going to keep stirring it like this, just so it's not brown on one side and the other side is not cooking. Yeah? Right. So stay tuned. Once I finish frying this, I will show you what it looks like, and then I'll do my presentation. Stay blessed, everyone. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for introducing my videos to other people, because a lot of people message me to say, you know what, I just sent your YouTube link to one of my friends. They really loved it. Thank you so much. I'm so grateful. So thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for giving it a thumbs up. Thank you for following me on my Instagram page. We're growing, but we're growing slowly. And you know, who knows, only God knows where Funky Kitchen's gonna end up. So thank you so much. Stay blessed and have an amazing day. Bye everyone, but stay tuned. I'm gonna be showing you the final result of what I'm doing. Thank you guys. So this is what the final looks like. It's so nice, it's so yummy. It smells divine. I'm gonna plate it up and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like inside. Stay tuned. Remember to like this video. Remember to give it a thumbs up. Remember to share and remember to subscribe. Remember to share and remember to tell a friend. Bye. Let me know. Leave me comments on the comment section.